Mr. Donnersmarck, thanks you so much for accepting our interview. So my first question, I know this is your second time to participate into the Beijing International Film Festival, and your role has changed, but how do you think of the development of China's film industry?
I think it's very impressive that China keeps investing in film as the main art of the country. That became clear to me also during the Beijing Olympics, that they had Zhang Yimou create this incredible spectacle. The fact that they have Lu Chuan making the movie now about the Olympics, you can just see that even though cinema has it a little bit difficult now with COVID and everything, China's decision to stick by this art form is firm. And so that was very encouraging to see.
So how do you see the quality of Chinese films, especially for this year's events? Because we mentioned which shortlist the film which left your deepest impression.
So, in recent years, I was very impressed with Shadow by Zhang Yimou. It's probably one of my favorite films of his. I found the story so complex and had a kind of Shakespearean density, and it was so interesting and kept you involved and kept you guessing, and you didn't know what was going to happen. I was very impressed with that kind of super return to form from him. But also some of the smaller films. I mean, I was very moved by Lighting Up the Stars. I don't know if you saw that one, about the little girl in the funeral parlor who just can't accept that her grandmother's gone. And I don't know, it was just very moving and showed a beautiful transformation of the funeral parlor owner. That's the kind of hopeful spirit that I enjoy most in Chinese films. And when the Academy screens a Chinese film in Los Angeles, the theater is always full. Because there's just this assumption that that's going to be an interesting film, because they're technically well made, the effects are fantastic. You have many great directors, so yes, Chinese cinema is very important.
If one actor or actress you want to cooperate with in China, who you are going to choose, the Chinese actor or actress?
There's so many interesting young actors and also established actors, obviously, in this country. I mean, one person who really caught my eye recently in that terrific movie where he grows up in such poverty and then gets into trouble and invents that new way of building the mobile phones, Yi Yang Chanqi. I mean, he's so charismatic. I think he could go very far. Still very young. Just now, I was sitting on a panel with the beautiful Bing Li, and it's just there's so many good actors in China. You're spoiled.